Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world and or across the street, wherever you might be. This is Pookie Izzy 7, the underdog of the underrated. And what do you get when you mix sci-fi and fantasy? And a good night to moonbathe with a juicy juice in your hand. You get this. Damn, that's awesome. So this is Fester's Quest, and here you play as Fester, and you have your mighty. I suppose you can call it a boomstick, and way to play this game is simple. You must simply take out all these weirdos, all these weird alien creatures that infest the city. And only you and your mighty boomstick of power can set things right. Now what I just picked up was a power up, and you can only get like at least up to 8 as far as power ups go for your gun anyway. The blue ones upgrade while the red ones downgrade. So what I have now is I upgraded my snot shooter to a wave gun. See, like that there? That green, that red gun downgrade. Don't pick that up. What will happen is when you do that, you will most likely get downgraded, and it's up. And now I've upgraded to what seems to be bullet hell. Yeah, there you go, bullet hell. So yeah, as you can see, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm grinding for the best weapon. Because when you get up to the best weapon, this is what happens. So it's always best to grind for the best weapon. So I spend most of this time trying to upgrade for the best weapon. Now, you have 2 weapons. One is the gun, and of course the second is the whip. You will not get the whip until later on in the game. So what I'm doing here is I'm upgrading. Like I said, it is important that you upgrade. So, before I move on with this game, yeah, before I move on with the game, let me tell you, this game was made by Sunsoft. If one thing, no, and if one thing Sunsoft had to do back in the early, early or late '80s to the night or to what to the late '90s or so, they knew how to treat their games with. They knew how to treat certain games with respect, and you know, they were the opposite of LJN. Of course, this is like my second to best weapon here. So I'm spending all this time just grinding for the best weapon. So yeah, you're basically watching me grind for the best weapon. And since this is the Addams Family, no game can be complete without our inventory. So here in our inventory, as you can see, I have a level 7 gun, no whip. Yeah, a level 7 gun, sorry about that. A level 7 gun, your whip. When you get the whip, Morticia will give you a whip. And then you can power up the whip. The only difference is with the gun here, you can only power it up to 8, whereas with the whip, you can only power up to 4. Now about your inventory. As you can see, you can only have 5 side weapons. Well, let's see. Well, I shouldn't say 5 side weapons. But what you have here is you have the bulb, the vice grips. The vice grips when used will free you of slowdown or paralysis. Money, of course, will pretty much save you when you go up to a hot dog stand. And like I say, they are very cheesy with health. You take 2 hits, you're done. Of course, this is like this is how to play the game. So therefore, the next time we actually dig into the game, it'll be the actual quest. So this is just intro. So anyway, you have your light bulbs. When you use it in the sewers, when you activate that, you have instant light. Vice grips, they'll only free you from your semi-paralysis. Money will come in handy when you get hurt and you buy hot dogs. That's what the hot dog stands are for. You buy yourself a hot dog to give you more life. The keys, of course, will open all these doors, all the houses around the city, which most of the Addams family, the members of the Addams family reside, and where you will also have to use in order to fight the aliens, to find the aliens and fight them. The potions will also give you your health back. The missiles, of course, will the missiles are homing missiles. Basically, they will come into play later, as you will soon see through this run of Festus Quest. So yeah, I'll show. If you haven't seen my silent run theater of Festus Quest, I've shown how you can use the missiles. But then again, I probably won't have to do all that. Let's see. Next is the noose. I've no clue what the noose does. I'm pretty sure it's a insta kill for most enemies. I'm not sure. Never tried it. Invisible is basically a potion that makes you invisible. That pretty much means I'm guessing limited invincibility. I'm not sure. I've never tried it, and I never got it. TNT, basically it's your standard bomb. Blows things up good. And of course, if you don't know what that black spot is, the clue. The clue is basically where the enemy is. So when you get part of the clue, it will show you just a part of what you're going to be seeing, like a part of the enemy spaceship, rather, the UFO. So all you need to do is you have to beat all the bosses in order to collect these pieces, and that clue will ultimately lead you to the final level of the game. So with that, I'm going to continue grinding some more. At least to get a level 8 gun. And hopefully, yes, I'm going to be using Turbo Fire throughout this run. Why? Because why not? It's best if you were to shoot all these little maggots that fly about. Now see, that's a hot dog stand right there. And I do not want that gun upgrade. So, the first thing we're going to do is, I'm going to go in this house. So all you have to do is use the key. Like so. Puzzle gives you TNT. So all you have to do is just highlight it and there you go. But I usually keep myself at the ready with the keys because I like picking up the keys. The keys are so choice when you really need them. So let's see. First, we're going to get the first 2 items. Now, sadly, the whip powers aren't useful right now, but when you do get the whip, it'll be a lifesaver in most of the boss battles. So I'm going to use another key to go in here. And Wednesday gives you vice grips. Like I said, the vice grips are a lifesaver when you really need to use. Oh crap. See, that's one thing you're not supposed to pick up. You're not supposed to pick up a gun downgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to most likely get myself another gun upgrade. And I think I'm going to stop here at the, well, let me do this. Let me go and use the light bulb, show you what the light bulb is good for. Oh, not like that. No, you're going to use the light bulb like that. So, when we come back, we're going to face the sewer and beyond. So stay tuned. We got more Festus quests on the way.